Which quarterback would you want?
Andrew Luck, and I thought that since they were both in college. And I like Cam a lot. I'm a big Cam fan. Stephen A. and I argued, and maybe I lost that one this year, based on the kind of year he had, that Cam Newton was an elite quarterback. And I'm the one saying, yes, his peers have voted him in the past the #1 player in the NFL. Cam Newton.
I felt that way as well.
He took a team that barely lost to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so Cam Newton's a one-man wrecking crew at his best. And Andrew Luck, though he hit the ground running in terms of making the playoffs, since in the last couple of seasons, the franchise has gone backward, and it seems his play has too for people who aren't paying attention. But I've been paying attention to Andrew Luck. This is a guy without a line, without a running game, and without a defense. And just because he's on your team, you're a threat to make the playoffs. To me, Coach, Andrew Luck is, you know, I would take a couple guys ahead of him still. Obviously, Brady, whatever he has left at his best is better. Aaron Rodgers, better. I don't know heading into this season if I'd take Drew Brees over Andrew Luck. I'm not talking about on those teams. I mean just in a vacuum, right? You need a guy. I don't know if I'd take anyone other than those.
Matt Ryan?
I'd probably take Andrew Luck over Matt Ryan. Put Andrew Luck on the Falcons in that offense. You know, given what he has to do, he is made to look worse than he really is. And part of the interceptions and stuff is because he's trying to win. He's not worried about his stats. He's trying to win.
Well, I'll say this. Either one of these guys you can win with. They're both excellent football players. Andrew Luck is more versatile at the quarterback position. Traditionally, how you want to play your quarterback. We understand that. Cam Newton's a different guy. He sits over in this other box trying to figure out what Cam Newton is. Excellent football player, but Andrew Luck is a guy, as far as passing the football and going through all the things you have to do as a quarterback, he has been groomed to play that position at a young age. Mm-hmm. So he has more of a volume of things you can do with him. So I think, you know, both these guys had bad years last year. Andrew played better a little bit last year, didn't throw as many interceptions. Cam had a terrible year. I think Cam's going to grow this year in the sense that they got McCaffrey. That's going to help him. Now he has a back to throw the ball to. Yep. Where generally Cam Newton throws the ball down the field or he takes off and he runs. Mm-hmm. Now he's going to have a running back that can take a little bit of a load off him and get the ball out of his hands.
Whatever you call McCaffrey, he's something. I don't know if he's a running back or a wideout or what he is.
He's a good player.
Stephen A.
Well, first of all, Cam Newton has thrown 78 interceptions in 6 seasons, and Andrew Luck already has 68 in 5 seasons. Having said all of that, I agree with you all. I would take Andrew Luck as a quarterback because he's a better pure passer than Cam Newton. And if you're playing the quarterback position, I want the dude who can throw the ball better than the other dude. That's just me. Having said all of that, I do want to sit up there and say we need to pump the brakes, and I'm talking to you directly, Molly, in terms of us being a bit too critical of Cam Newton. Listen, first of all, I've always had a problem with his outfits. That's his style. I'm making fun of him. I mean, his style. Clearly, he
can pull it off.
I personally would. I wish that his wardrobe was a bit more conventional and a bit better. Yeah. But outside of that, let's put stuff in perspective and lay off this guy in this regard. What has he done wrong since he's been in the pros?
No.
Yes, just admit, you want to be at the house in Costa Rica with him, too. Just be honest. That's what this is about.
No, I don't. Actually, I do not. I have better plans. But my point is, in all seriousness, real quick, let's analyze for a second. What has he done, y'all? He's taken a video. He's clearly having a party with friends. He ain't at some nightclub getting himself in trouble or anything like that. He's around friends and family. He's dancing. He's having a good time. Yes, he had a bad season. What is he supposed to do the entire offseason? Look miserable? What else has he done?
I got no problem with the video, Stephen A.
It's a bad look. I'm talking to Molly. It's a bad look.
Yeah. What if it was a Cowboys quarterback? How would you feel about if it was a Cowboys quarterback who put up a music video?
Molly, with all due respect, you're clearly misinformed. Because last time I checked, Cam Newton was just in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. When the hell have the Dallas Cowboys won a playoff game? Are you kidding me? Don't mention him in the same breath as a Cowboy.
Well, here's the thing about Cam. Cam hasn't done anything outrageously bad since he's been in the pros or anything like that.
He hasn't done anything bad,
But the way he answers questions, his kind of attitude makes you think he's calculating what do they want to hear. And Andrew Luck, you get the feeling from a young age has drunk the Kool-Aid and really believes, like when he says all those things that you want your quarterback to say and all that stuff, that's coming from a place in him that's genuine. And I think that's better to have as your quarterback.
I've spoken to him. He does do exactly what you said, Max. He's the kind of guy that he's scared of saying the wrong thing,
right.
And that has gotten in his way. But, ladies and gentlemen, I got news for you. From a character perspective, I don't see what Cam Newton has done wrong to anybody since he's been in the National Football League. And I think that needs to be mentioned. The guy does behave himself and conduct himself like a professional. He just doesn't look like one with those damn outfits and those ridiculous
hats that he wears. He has a little bit of that A-Rod
That's
stuff.
all.
A-Rod didn't do anything wrong either, except people just got the sense that something's wrong there.
His personality doesn't match up with the position he plays.
Right.
And so people get upset. But Stephen A. makes a great point. He's been in no trouble at all.